Welcome back. This is Pharma Careers, clear role breakdowns, practical skills, and step-by-step career roadmaps.
So, you got the job offer in pharma, that's a huge win. But honestly, that's just the halfway point. The conversation that comes next, the one about salary, is where so many people accidentally leave money on the table. In this playbook, we're going to break down exactly how to handle that conversation, whether this is your very first role or you've done this a dozen times. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, let's just bust a huge myth right now. What's the very first thing that pops into your head when you hear salary negotiation? Is it some kind of, tense head-to-head battle? Because thinking of it like a fight is probably the fastest way to lose. And this slide, this is basically the whole game right here. On one side, you've got this aggressive, emotional approach. Now, in a highly regulated and professional industry like pharma, that just reads as a massive red flag. But on the other side, you've got the calm, structured approach. This doesn't just make you seem confident, it makes you look like a mature professional they actually want on their team. The goal isn't to win a fight, it's to have a productive business conversation. So our first section is all about getting into the right mindset. Everything, and I mean everything we're about to talk about is built on this foundation. This isn't about making demands or being pushy, it's about professionally showing the value you're bringing to their company. Let's completely redefine what a successful negotiation even is. It's not just about getting the highest number. Real success is having an evidence-based professional chat that leaves the hiring manager more excited to have you on board, not less. You're there to build a solid case for your value, not to win an argument.
Okay, once you've got that mindset locked in, we can move on to the next critical phase, building your leverage. This is where all your preparation really turns into power. Your leverage is simply the proof, the evidence you collect to back up your case.
And that evidence, it all starts with homework. You absolutely 100% have to research the typical salary range for your specific role, in your specific city or region, and for your level of experience. Once you have that data, you decide on two very important numbers, your ideal target salary and your firm walkaway number. I'm telling you, going in without these is like driving without a destination. You'll just end up accepting anything, and you'll probably regret it.
So what does this leverage actually look like? Well, it's definitely not one size fits all. If you're a fresher just starting out, your leverage is all about your proof of potential. You're selling them on the value you're going to create. But if you're an experienced professional, your leverage is all about proof of outcomes. You're selling them on the value you've already delivered in the past. For freshers, the conversation should never, ever be, I just want more money. Nope. It should be, I am ready to contribute from day one. And how do you prove that? By connecting your academic projects or internships directly to what they need in the job description. Your whole message is that you're going to get up to speed fast, which saves them time and money on training. And that right there is tangible value.
Now, if you're an experienced candidate, your negotiation has to be built on a foundation of concrete achievements. Don't just list what you did. Talk about the results. Did you manage clinical sites and actually improve timelines? Did you navigate tricky deviations and help the company stay inspection ready? These are powerful evidence-based statements that absolutely justify a higher salary.
All right. Mindset? Check. Leverage? Check. Now we get to the part that makes most people's palms start to sweat, making the actual ask. Let's walk through the exact words to use that keep you looking professional and feeling in control. And really, this boils down to a super simple 4-step formula. Step 1, always start with gratitude. Thank them for the offer. Step 2, show some real excitement for the role. Step 3, state your request clearly and professionally. And step 4, and this is often the hardest part for people, you stop talking. Just be quiet.
And this right here is the golden phrase. I mean it. Memorize this sentence. Based on my research and the responsibilities of the role, is there any flexibility to revise the compensation to your target number? It is perfect. Why? Because it's not a demand. It's a question. It smartly references your homework, my research, and it shows you're focused on the job itself, the responsibilities. It's just polite, professional, and really powerful.
And after you deliver that perfect line, the most powerful tool you have in your entire arsenal is silence. Don't start rambling. Don't try to justify it more. Don't awkwardly fill the space. You just state your request calmly, and then let them be the next person to speak. It gives them a moment to process, and it shows that you're confident in what you've asked for.
Look, knowing all the right moves is only half the strategy. We also have to talk about the common mistakes, the blunders that can make a company start to second-guess their offer. These are the things to avoid, no matter what.
So there are 3 major red flags to steer clear of. First up, the bluff. Don't you dare mention a competing offer unless it is 100% real and you are fully prepared to take it. Second, the partial picture. Never, ever start negotiating salary until you have the complete compensation package in writing, bonus, benefits, the whole shebang. And third, the moving target. Know your number and stick to it. Constantly changing your ask just makes you look indecisive and unprofessional.
Okay, so what happens if you do everything right, you make the perfect ask, and the answer is just no? Well, this is not the end of the road. It's time for the end game strategy.
So let's picture it. You've made your professional, evidence-based request, and the hiring manager comes back with a firm but polite no. They say the number is what it is, there's no flexibility. It's really easy to feel defeated right here, but a professional response can still turn this situation into a win. So, what's the play? This is where you execute what I call the professional pivot. You say this, I understand completely. Is there perhaps any scope for a performance-based revision after, say, 6 months? This is such a brilliant move. It shows you respect their decision, but it also shows you're incredibly confident in your own ability to perform. And it shows you're thinking long-term. You're not burning a bridge. You're actually building a new one for the future.
So here's the real takeaway from all of this. Salary negotiation isn't some terrifying hurdle you have to clear just once. It is a fundamental professional skill. And when you master this calm, evidence-based approach, it's not just going to help you with this next pharma job, it's a tool you'll use for your entire career. The next time you're in this spot, what's the one piece of evidence you'll lead with?
If this helped, like and subscribe. Watch the next video in Pharma Careers for the next role breakdown.